بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. We were discussing the subject شروط الصلاة وأركانها. باب شروط الصلاة وأركانها. The first element of Salah and Arkan, rukn elements of Salah. Now we are in the middle of subject. At the beginning, لا بد لصحة الصلاة من 27 شيئا. For the validity of Salah, it was necessary, it is said that it was necessary 27 things. So we are in the middle of subject. This is page number 50 from my text I am following. In the middle, where we left, وَلَا يَقْرَأُ الْمُؤْتَمُّ. وَلَا يَقْرَأُ does not recite, read. Al-Mu'tammu, follower, a person who has imam. يَقْرَأُ قَرَأَ قُرْيَ يَقْرَأُ يُقْرَأُ لَا يَقْرَأُ. Al-Mu'tammu أما إمام ألف ميم شدة. ائتم باب الافتعال. أؤتم يأتم يؤتم مؤتم مؤتمم اسم الفاعل. A person who has imam, followers, جماعة. ولا يقرأ does not recite Quran. Al-Mu'tammu, a person who is following Imam. Bal, on the contrary, yastami'u, listens. Sami'a, sumi'a, yasma'u, yasma'u, istama'a, istumi'a. Yastami'u, listens. Wayunsitu, keeps quiet. This is Hanafi book. No qira'ah, no qira'atul Quran, reading Quran for a follower when he follows Imam. Because Imam's qira'ah covers everyone. Jama'ah, follower, does not have independence. Not munfarid, Jama'ah. Who represents Jama'ah? Imam. Very reasonable.
Is this for all the prayers? Zuhr and Asr too?
No, even for all prayers. For all prayers, as long as the person, in Jama'ah prays, Farz prayer, we are speaking about Farz prayers, of course. In Jama'ah, all prayers. When Qara'a, if he recites Jama'ah, Kuriha makruh, Tahriman near haram. No Surah Al-Fatiha. Hanafis must not read Surah Al-Fatiha. Because Imam is reading enough. Like Surah Al-Fatiha. Shafi'i is reading. This Hanafi book I am reading. Okay. Ruku'. Ruku' is one of the elements. Ruku'. Sujood, sujood. Sajda. Ala upon. Ma that yajidu finds. Wajada wujida yajidu yujadu. Hajmahu, volume. Sajda must be this. Ruku', of course, there is nothing to put. Ruku' is like that. But sajda, to put, you need to put your forehead, your jabha on the ground. But can be pillow, can be cotton, pafe. Anything can be questioned. وَالسُّجُودُ sajda. Do sajda in salah is necessary. Ala upon ma that yajidu finds the praying person. Hajmahu, thickness or volume. Touch. It must be not soft or gas or something. It is not when you touch. It thickness or touching, hardness must be something. وَتَسْتَقِرُّ, and stabilizes. Qarar, قر قر استقر استقر يستقر يستقر sits fixes sits عليه upon جبهته his forehead. I mean the person must put like that. It must not be soft cotton like puffy cotton going down. No. It must touch. Must be real touch. Strength. Strong. ولو even على upon كفه his palms. If he is doing like that in his palms, that is okay. The book is saying. أو or طرفي side. طرف ثوبه his dress, his jubba, something like that, on the ground, of course, not in the air. On the, yeah, it is okay. Could do. Can be done. In tahura, if tahura is tahir, clean. Mahallu, place. Wad'ihi, putting place. Wherever to, of course, that must be clean. Wherever you are putting, that must be clean. I mean, we discussed cleaning najasa when how to. So, sajjada, the prayer place, must be clean, away from najasa. Okay. Wasajada. Now, so the place, how thick, how hard, must be set. Now, what is sajda? Touching full, half, touching nose, no nose, just forehead, like that, touching like that, half, a little part. What about hands? What about this part? What about knees? Now the answering. Where sajada, the person does sajda. Wujuban, necessarily, wajib. Bima, with that, saluba, thick. Not soft. Saluba, salb, thick. I mean hard, not soft, hard, thick. Min anfihi, from his nose. Anfihi, there must be a noon over there. Anf, one noon is anf. Anfihi, from his nose. The person, when he puts his head, not just soft part of it, I mean, or here or something soft. I mean, hard part must touch. Nose must touch. Okay? Maybe jabhatihi. His forehead, jabha must touch. Not necessarily eyebrows. We are not speaking about eyebrows or eyes inside or something. We are not speaking about that. Forehead must touch. Nose must touch. Okay, on the ground. ولا يصح is not sahih, not valid. Al-iqtisaru, just to suffice, having only, ala al-anfi, on nose. Like forehead is not touching, only nose is touching. No, that is not enough. Illa, except min uzrin, if he has uzr, bil jabhati, in the jabha, forehead. If forehead, there is banits over there, back, banits, jabhati. If his forehead has like wound or something, then yeah. Otherwise, forehead must touch. Only nose is not enough. Touching nose is not enough for sajda. It is very interesting. You watch the young people, maybe some elderly people. they just touch forehead, not touch the nose. I believe you watch them, you will see. You will see. You will see. The book is... Okay. وعدم. Yes.
Where are the kufi? The cap covers my forehead. The kufi, my head is touched the ground.
You were not here that time. It is okay. I mean, we read that part just 2 minutes before. You were on your way coming. This is kufi is okay if you feel hardness of the ground with your kufi. But if it is puffy, no. Like you have like big turban like that, so a little puffy, no. But if it is hard, feel hardness, it is okay. Yes. Yes, Musa Effendi. وعدم lacking, not happening. Adam, not existing. Irtifa, high, lift. Rafa'a, irtafa'a. It must not be high. Mahalli, place, as sujood is sujood. Sajda place must not be high. How high? We will go. And higher must not be higher. And from mawdi' place. Mawdi' wada'a to put. Mawdi' ismu makan. Place of putting. Al-qadamayni feet. 2 feet. Qadam. Qadamayani qadamayni. It must, the sajda place must not be higher than feet place, where feet are placed. How high? The extra, more. Min from. Nisfi, half. Zira, arm or half arm. Zira. Zira, this is the zira. From here up to here. This is zira. This is zira. No measure like that in other languages other than Arabic. But how long, how inch is that? How much? Of course, everybody is different, but is there any standard? This dirham, you know dirham, is money, at the same time weight. Dinar is money, gold, silver. Dirham is drachme. Dirham is not Arabic, it is Greek, entered into Arabic. Arabicized words in Quran. In Quran, if you are interested. In Quran, there are words which are not Arabic, entered into Arabic. Western people worked on that. Suyuti's Al-Itqan gives some list. Tafsirs show like that. So, now, drachmi is like that, dirham, drachmi, dirham. Dinar, so dirham is gold, it is weight at the same time money. Money was equal to weight. Material, valuable gold was money. Now paper became money. That is disaster. Then you have inflation, you have this problem, you have that problem, you have credit, no money. People are selling their future energies, possible works now and buying. Is that jaiz in Islam? Fiction you are giving, I mean, 6 months later you will work, paid that time, buying now. No. So how much is halal? This credit system. Muslims. How much is halal? Phone. Buying, selling. How much is halal on phone? Of course, modern things we need to develop. Answer, but which faqih sat? How many faqih sat and did discuss these things and wrote something reasonable? How many faqih? No. Some muftis is saying some muftis is saying like that. What happened to Muslims? I don't know. Now, this zira, so zira is like that, farsakh is like that, mile is like that. There is only one book written in that area that is in German language. Walter Hinz, somebody Hinz, Hinz, Hinz. Walter Hinz. Islamische Masse und Gewichte. Islamic measures and weights. Only book written, no English, it is German, no French, in German language, which gives today's measurements of those measures. Today's, giving at the footnotes the sources, all Arabic sources, Islamic sources. I never saw any Muslim scholar in the world wrote anything like that as independent book, as scholarly as this guy did. So I have that book, but not here. I wish I could have checked and tell you what is zira shar'i. Ottoman Empire time zira was different, Mamluk time different, Seljuk time different, Fatimid time in Egypt different, in India different. But he gives quite a few, this guy. So, but generally speaking, this zira. So, it must not be higher than half of zira, says the place. So, says the place, like feet down, says there is high, it must not be higher than half of zira. وإن زاد على نصف ذراع وإن زاد, if it is more, زاد زيادة, على upon نصف half ذراع, half ذراع, more than ذراع, زيادة, لم يجوز, is not جائز, السجود سجدة. Sajda is not جائز. إلا, except, لزحمة, if it is crowd, زحمة. Too many jama'as. That time, it will come, I believe, one may do sajda at the back of the person. So, lines will be one after another. First line will be on the ground, sajda, but second one at the back of the person. Of course, it will be so high like that. High, okay. How adaptable Islam is. Sajda is other time is not jaiz, even it is much higher, but when it is crowd, for necessity. Marvelous deen, marvelous religion.
Sometime in Kabatullah, Imam has become like that. Yes. Very crowded. And you have no place.
Yes. If it is zahma, crowd, sajada fiha. Sajada person does sajda fiha in that. Ala upon zahri, back. Musallin, prayer, praying person. Musallin salatahu, same prayer. He must pray same prayer, like behind Imam, same prayer. He is praying Sunnah, you are praying with Imam, no. وَوَضْعُ الْيَدَيْنِ. We are continuing. Sajda. Sajda, we discussed nose, we discussed forehead. But what about hands? What about knees? Okay? وَوَضْعُ الْيَدَيْنِ. Hands must be put. Sajda time. Hands. وَالرُّكْبَتَيْنِ. Knees. في الصحيح, in valid view. This is valid view. According to valid view, 2 hands must be placed, 2 knees must be placed on rak'ah, in sajda. So, وشيء, something, شيء من أصابع, fingers, الرجلين, feet, toes from the feet must be put. Halata, hala, there is lam, means over there, lam, hala. Halat, situation, as-sujud, sajda situation, ala al-ardi, on the earth, on the ground. Sajda time, something from toes of 2 feet must be put. So interesting. So what the book is saying, 2 hands, 2 knees must touch. So all make 4. 2, 4. Forehead, we discussed with nose and 5. Then 2 feet, 7. The Prophet said, I am ordered to do sajda on 7 bones. This is 7. But what is minimum of feet? What is minimum? And what do you call feet? Qadam in Arabic. But what is minimum? The minimum is, say, some of the toes at least must touch from both feet. Must touch when? Sajda time. You watch people, they go to sajda, they put their knees, they put their heads, when they are going to put their head, they raise their feet up. Watch. You will see some of it, you will see. Their sajdas, if at least 1 second, 7 bones, forehead, 2 hands, 2 knees, and 2 feet, toes, did not touch, same time, their sajda is not there. They didn't do sajda, their salah is not done. Watch the sisters. Believe me.
But Imam, what about those? I know this is not part of that you have to look on the sajda place when you are praying, but I see people are browsing, and this is my subject which you're talking about. I always watch people, so they're browsing here and there. Who comes? Oh, okay. Oh, I said, how they mean, where's the khushu and where's the khudu? Where's the adab of the salah?
ولا يكفي is not enough. كفى يكفي يكفي كافي. وضع put ظاهر, upper part القدم of the feet. So, like upper part, above. Like putting like that or something is not enough. Seems some people put like that. Not toes, but upper part. Here, something, upper part of the feet is not enough. Okay. وَتَقْدِيمُ is necessary. Taqdim, to do for preceding, to do first, الركوع على upon السجود. To do ruku' before sajda. Not sajda, two sajdas, then ruku' or something, not like that. والرفع, raising head, رفع, lifting, من السجود from sajda. Say, raising back, lifting back from sajda, ila to qurbi, there is ba. Qurb, near. Qurbi. Qurbi, near, close, al-qu'udi, sitting. When somebody went to sajda, that must come back to sitting position before goes to second sajda. But what is the minimum? What that means, going back, the rafu. Minimum, he was like 90 degree sitting position. Then went like that, maybe like 0 between his leg and stomach, his upper part of body, 90 degree, 0. Then he came back, sitting position, 45 degree and more, epsilon, and something more, 45. That is nearer to position, sitting position too. So, at least 45 and plus, some plus epsilon needs to be coming back. If didn't do, no sajda. The person didn't do 2 sajda, he did 1 sajda. على الأصح, this is best view. Page number 51. والعود, returning إلى السجود to sajda. That like lifted back, then he needs to go back to sajda. Returning to sajda. Okay. So 2 sajdas are necessary. والقعود, sitting. الأخير, last sitting. قدر التشهد. So, last sitting is farz. We are considering farz. If there are 2 sittings for rakat, middle sitting is not farz. Middle sitting is not farz. So, last sitting is farz before salam. والقعود sitting, الأخير, last one. قدر, how long sitting is necessary? التشهد, تشهد time. تشهد, التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات، السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته، السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. That long, one may recite. Reading is not fast. But that long sitting is fast. One could potentially read or recite. So that sitting, last sitting is farz. If farz not done, no salah. Middle sitting is not farz. That is why if Imam did not sit in the middle, his prayer is okay. Because he did not violate farz elements. It happened here. People fought with each other.
But Imam, Sajda Sahwi is not jaiz then?
Sajda Sahwi is better to do, but if didn't do, it's okay, because if Sajda Sahwi, doing Sajda Sahwi is not farz. Doing Sajda Sahwi is not farz, it is better. Fiqh, stick. But they hurt Imam, Qari Ashfaq. How they are going to clean that one? At the day of judgment? Too late. In public. فَتَأْخِيرُهُ delaying. فَتَأْخِيرُهُ delaying. Sitting. Delaying sitting is last sitting. عن الأركان. From rukuns. I mean, sitting must be last thing. I mean, not like sat then did say the ruku or something. I mean, like changing the order. وَأَدَاؤُهَا fulfilling, performing salah, Eda, salah, mustayqidan, awake. I mean, not sleeping. Yaqada, istayqada, mustayqiza, yastayqizu, istayqadu, mustayqidun, wake. I mean, the person must do this arkan, salah, not sleeping. وَمَعْرِفَةُ knowing is farz. What is knowing? كيفية. How? كيفية. الصلاة, namaz. How doing namaz, knowing is farz. Knowledge. Because in order to do properly, one needs to know. So knowledge by itself is farz. There are basics in Islam, nobody is exempt from knowing. Must be known. This is, in my culture, is a literature, books, certain books. It is called Ilm Ihah. Ilm Ihah. That is a literature like tafsir, like hadith, like usul hadith, like usul fiqh, like seerah. When you go to a library, when you tell, give me the books or show me the shelf where Ilm Ihah books are there, I want to buy, to see, to check. They show you a place. They are all basics of Islam. One needs to know. That is the chapter, that is the literature. None of Muslim world has any literature like that. And then those books were mandatory in Ottoman schools. So in Ottoman schools, when they studied, they all standard knew everything what others knew. Now, here, we see Muslims from India, Muslims from Pakistan, Arab Muslims. They did not have that. So sometimes you see very knowledgeable people, sometimes you get surprised why they don't know. Because there is no standard book in their hands. Standard, basic things to be taught or something like that. Here in America, books are needed like that for new generation. New generation needs a lot of books, standard, nice books, definitely. ومعرفة knowing كيفية كيفية الصلاة, how performing salah, وما what فيها in it, what is in it من الخصال characters, acts المفروضة فرض. خصال is plural of خصلة, characters, characteristics. What are their characteristics of those acts in salah? One needs to know is upon, ala wajhin, on face, on aspect, يميزها, the person discriminates, distinguishes. ميز ميز يميز من الخصال, distinguishes them من الخصال, from the acts and characteristics المسنونة سنة. A person must know what are the elements, main elements of salah, farz elements, to separate from sunnah elements in salah. In salah there are sunnah elements, there are farz elements, there are wajib elements. Maybe a lot of makruhs, harams. Person must know farz elements so that to differentiate that one, those ones, from sunnah elements. Very important. This is very important. That is why people are mixing here sunnah with farz. Somebody has no beard, led the prayer. Somebody who has this big beard jumped at the top of it, insulted. He will pay for that at the day of judgment. Yes, of course. The other guy insulted because he is putting this beard, sunnah majority of ulama accept it as a sunnah. Definitely he is not accepting, he is accepting farz, jumping at the top of Imam. Because he did not differentiate between sunnah and farz. Very important. Many people mix sunnah with farz and gets angry, hates others, degrades others, look at the others doing no good or something big. Whereas it is sunnah, if they are not doing, still you need to love them, appreciate them. You have no right to look at them in a ill feeling. No right, but very important. I'tiqadu, believing i'tiqad, أنها salah, that salah farzun is farz. The person must believe that salah is farz, hatta, so that la yatanaffala, does not do nafil bimafrudin in farz. I mean, he must believe that what he is praying is farz, so that he must not make this farz nafil prayer. La yatanaffalu. Nafil, farz and nafil, all sunnahs and everything is considered as nafil. I think I will conclude here. I will stop here.